Music has the power to touch our hearts, heal our souls, and create memories that last a lifetime. Few artists understood this better than Wayne Lewis, the smooth and soulful voice behind the legendary group Atlantic Starr. On the 68th year of his life, the world said goodbye to a man whose music shaped the soundtrack of love, romance, and hope for millions. But Wayne Lewis's story is more than just about fame. It's about family, perseverance, and a band that transformed R&B in the late 20th century. Tonight, we take you through the life of Wayne Lewis, the rise of Atlantic Starr, their unforgettable hits, and what really happened to the group over the years. Wayne Lewis was born in the mid-1950s, a time when African-American communities across the U.S. were finding strength and identity through music. Raised alongside his brothers David and Jonathan, Wayne grew up in a household filled with rhythm and soul. Unlike many aspiring musicians, Wayne's path wasn't a solo journey. His love of music intertwined with his siblings, forming a bond that would later define Atlantic Starr. The Lewis brothers weren't just bandmates. They were family first, united by shared dreams and determination. In the early years, Wayne honed his skills in church choirs and community gatherings. The combination of gospel influence and R&B stylings would later become the foundation of his unforgettable voice, smooth, emotional, and timeless. In 1976, Wayne, David, and Jonathan Lewis, along with several other musicians, came together to form a group originally called New Band. But soon, they rebranded as Atlantic Starr. Their vision was clear: create a sound that blended funk, jazz, soul, and rhythm and blues. The late 70s were a golden era for R&B bands. Groups like Earth, Wind and Fire, the Commodores, and Kool and the Gang dominated the charts. Atlantic Starr carved out its own lane, setting itself apart with a unique balance of danceable tracks and heartfelt ballads. At the center of it all was Wayne Lewis. His silky, emotional voice became the heartbeat of the band's most successful songs. Fans instantly recognized his tone, which carried both strength and tenderness. The 1980s brought Atlantic Starr worldwide fame. Their 1985 hit Secret Lovers became an anthem of forbidden love, capturing emotions that many listeners had felt but never spoken. The track reached top positions on the Billboard charts, earning the group international acclaim. 2 years later, Always cemented their place in R&B history. The ballad, led by Wayne Lewis's vocals, became a wedding classic, symbolizing eternal love and devotion. Couples across the globe walked down the aisle to the words sung by Wayne, making the song one of the most iconic love ballads of the 20th century. Other notable songs like Masterpiece and If Your Heart Isn't in It showcased the band's versatility. Atlantic Starr wasn't just making music. They were creating memories, providing the soundtrack for love stories, heartbreaks, and celebrations. Atlantic Starr was more than just a band. It was a cultural movement. Their ability to seamlessly blend upbeat funk with smooth ballads earned them respect in both mainstream and R&B circles. They were known for their elegant stage presence, sharp suits, soulful performances, and chemistry that audiences could feel. The Lewis brothers' leadership and Wayne's vocal command gave the group its identity. Even after the peak of their career, Atlantic Starr songs continued to influence new generations of artists. Contemporary R&B singers often cite their ballads as inspiration, while DJs still spin their hits at weddings, anniversaries, and radio retrospectives. While Wayne Lewis was a star on stage, he valued his privacy off stage. Unlike many celebrities, Wayne kept much of his personal life away from the cameras. He was deeply committed to family, faith, and community. What defined Wayne wasn't just his career, but also his character. Friends and colleagues often described him as humble, grounded, and focused on his music's emotional impact rather than fame. Though details about his wife and children remain private, what we know is that Wayne cherished his role as a husband, father, and brother. His devotion to family mirrored the themes of love and connection found in his songs. In 2025, the news broke. Wayne Lewis had passed away at the age of 68. For fans of Atlantic Starr, it felt like losing a part of their own history. His voice had been a companion through life's milestones: first dances, wedding vows, late-night reflections. While the specific cause of death has not been widely reported, the emotional response from fans and fellow musicians speaks volumes. Tributes poured in across social media, music channels, and fan pages, remembering Wayne as not just a singer, but as a healer of hearts through song. His passing marked not just the end of a life, but the closing of a chapter in R&B history. As the years went on, Atlantic Starr experienced changes. Members came and went, and their popularity shifted with the evolving music industry. By the 1990s and 2000s, mainstream taste had moved toward hip-hop and new forms of R&B, leaving many classic bands struggling for relevance. But Atlantic Starr never truly disappeared. They continued performing in smaller venues, festivals, and reunion tours. Loyal fans still flock to hear Wayne Lewis and the group perform their timeless classics. Even today, surviving members continue to carry the band's name, ensuring the music lives on. But without Wayne's signature voice, the sound will never quite be the same. Wayne Lewis's voice will forever echo in the halls of music history. With Atlantic Starr, he created songs that defined generations and stood the test of time. His music continues to be a masterpiece, living on in the hearts of fans around the world. At 68, Wayne Lewis may be gone, but his legacy as a pioneer of R&B, a loving family man, and a musical storyteller remains eternal. His songs remind us that love is powerful, music is timeless, and true artistry never dies. Rest in peace, Wayne Lewis. Your music will always be with us. Don't forget to like this video, comment below, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.